Hello, ho, ho. Oh, it's no good. The lava lamp is knackered. Never mind. Another Christmas tragedy. Oh well, time to relax with a mince pie and some liquid filth. Hang on, where's the bloody mince pie gone? Oscar, bloody dog, you've been a... Hang on. The dog may have nicked the mince pie, but he can't get the top off wine. This is suspicious. Strange, the glass is clean. What the hell's going on here? Somebody come into the house and nicked my booze? Let's not get... What the hell is this? What the... Looks like a box full of Christmas tat. What? Okay, this is getting weird. What's this? I don't like things with ribbons on. They look official. Therefore expensive. Dear Stuart, you've been a very naughty boy this year. I've been a naughty boy. I'm not the one capitalising words in the middle of a bloody sentence. Review these 12 bits of tat before Christmas or you'll get no presents. Yours, Father Christmas. Okay, that's odd, to say the least. So there's 12 bits of tat in here that I have to review before Christmas. Sounds like a plot, but no, there's something suspicious about this. I'm going to check the security footage, actually, and that will show me if this really was Father Christmas or an evil doppelganger. Let's have a look. Oh, I knew it! That bloody dog has been scratching the sofa. And, oh, here we go. Yep, yeah, he's put it down, and... Yeah, he didn't nick my booze. Bloody festive son of a bitch. Well, looks like it's genuine, then. I suppose there's only one thing for it. It's time for the 12 Days of Tatmas. Okay, day one. Let's get this thing off with a whimper, shall we? Right, as you'll notice, I'm wearing my festive reviewing rubber gloves. Look, they've got fur on them, just like Santa's. And they're all horrible cheap rubber gloves, presumably not like Santa's. Anyway, I'm just wearing them for mutual protection, really. Okay, first item. You remember Father Christmas? That jolly old chap who brings presents at Christmas and doesn't exist. There, that's ruined your Christmas if you're under 5. Ha! Anyway, yes, do you remember the way he was made of pure disease? Neither do I, but apparently the people who made this do. Yes, I've tried to use some sort of weird crystalline plastic rubbery structure to stick it together to make a sort of whimsical Father Christmas. Indeed, a light-up festive figure, according to the thing on the back. But, yeah, by the time you look at his face, it is, frankly, a visage of pure pestilence and horror. He looks like he's been made entirely out of mucus and scabs. Do you want to see the best bit? Oh, yeah, he lights up. Wow, so Christmassy. Best thing is, light source appears to be in his arse. It just gets better and better, this one, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm off to dispose of this in an extremely hot fire. On the second day of Christmas, some bastard gave to me... Right, what we got? Oh yeah, nothing says Christmas like... Wait for it. Novelty toilet seat cover! Yeah, because the first thing you need at Christmas is some old man's face on your toilet. Interesting dichotomy. Have a look at the lovely knitted, high-class looking item on there. Well, alright, it's still a bit creepy. And then look at the cheapo thing you actually get in the bag. Alright, let's open it up. This is not going anywhere near my toilet. It's in a sealed bag. Can't say I blame them, actually. Here we go. You could wear this as a mask if you have a giant round face. Yeah, that's just Santa's face, and it sits on your toilet seat, because, you know, it's always extremely hygienic to have some sort of very absorbent material on your toilet seat, isn't there? Now, I think the big problem with this is, do you really want to sit down on an old man's face? An old man with his tongue sticking out. Yeah, I think we'll leave that one in Poundland. Day 3, and I still haven't given up. Yes, it's time for the obligatory nativity scene. That one came quick, didn't it? Let's have a look and breathe in the quality of this. Basically, some idiot got a few bits of plywood and banged them together with his face, presumably, and then stuck some diseased, filthy found in an industrial dryer all over it. I don't know what that is, but it's rubbing off everywhere, and it's deeply unpleasant. Anyway, let's look at the meat and gravy of this. The figures themselves, presumably Joseph, Mary, and that there Jesus of Nazareth. Well, not very well rendered is perhaps a polite way of putting it. Old Joseph there appears to be nursing a broken neck, which is a fairly serious condition, but he's doing well with it. Also notice he has the same beard as wrestlers used to have in the 70s in Britain. Mary herself, she doesn't look too well either. Appears to have some serious indigestion. Oh, I shouldn't have had that second Vindaloo. Oh, it's right in me throat. Oh. And lastly, we come on to... even the autofocus doesn't want to see it. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be a baby, but it's got kind of a jelly baby thing going on. In fact, it looks just like a load of pillows they've moved together to look like a child. So there we are, the anti-nativity. On the 4th day of Christmas, I had thrust in front of me, well, one of those decorations where they've tried to go all modern and stylish, but ended up just looking quite abhorrent. Yes, it's this thing. It's got a star on top, so it must be a Christmas tree, even though it appears to be a loose collection of paper clips with glitter on. What does it say? Twinkle tree decoration. Right, explain to me how that twinkles. It's just glitter and scrap metal, essentially. It's also on the wonk. Look, can I... that's on the Herhinter. There we are. There, that's the most Christmassy thing I've ever seen. There's at least 5 baubles on it, maybe 6. Actually 7 if you count the one on the top. Wow. I think this is what happens when you make a Van de Graaff generator out of barbed wire, then spray glitter on it and pretend it's a Christmas ornament. I've just realised that the Father Christmas tree topper thing we've got on our actual tree, which is sort of a white design, I think it's supposed to be traditional or something, actually looks more like Gandalf. It's day 5 of the Poundland Christmas special, 12 days of Christmas, whatever it is I'm doing. And apparently it's time to dress up as a reindeer using antlers and a red nose. Well, that's news to me. Look, it's even got a bit of holly on it. My goodness, there's still a lot of glitter left on here from that horrible tree thing from yesterday. Ugh, disgusting. Yeah, reindeer, antlers and red nose. Well, half a red nose. I'll bet that's really hilarious. You know, when you go into Poundland and something describes itself as luxury, you know you're in for a shock. But not usually a shock of the size of these lovely luxury tree decorations. Oh, there's more writing above it, very faint. The spirit of Christmas. I say, a very evil spirit. Or possibly just vodka. Right. Yeah. Would you have these on your tree? Of course not. Let's open them up and look at them all beautifully and individually, shall we? Oh, I can feel the luxury oozing out already. Also, I'm a crazy liar. Right, so you've got this, which is apparently supposed to be like a Christmas tree. I don't know, it looks like Sputnik 7 or something. What else have we got? Terrifying metal snowman. Well, the camera really doesn't like these. Is it the light reflecting off them? Probably. Yes, it's like a snowman-shaped monstrosity that comes and eats your face in your dreams. Next. Ho, 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 jolly old Saint Nick. And I use the term Saint Nick because it's nothing like Father Christmas. I don't know what it is. It's horrible. And also that colour paint that they've used for the face has got all little weird blotches. Oh, it's got diseases. Next up, I think this might be a wise man or something. Doesn't look particularly wise. Looks a bit more like a retarded man who appears to be partially made out of a wicker building. Don't really understand what's going on there. Maybe he's a cyborg and that's his jetpack. I don't give a monkey's. Then we've got another Christmas tree thing, because, the last one wasn't bad enough. But wait for it, it's the angel. You may notice I covered the face of the angel earlier. It's now time for the reveal. Hold on to your hats. Yep, it's the heavenly host, all right. Well, if the heavenly host consists of whatever has happened to its face. What's wrong with your face? What's wrong with your face? Oh my goodness. Now you may recognise this from somewhere. It is very familiar to me. Ready? I'll jog your memory. Hey, teacher, leave those kids alone. Do, do, do. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. Do, do, do. If you don't know what I'm referring to, I'm going to put an annotation link just up here. Have a click on that and you'll learn exactly where this angel comes from, I think. Oh, I feel absolutely terrible. I've got a really sore throat and it's all head cold. I don't feel right at all. I'm not going to be able to do a review today, but fortunately I had expected, or at least planned for such an eventuality, so I shall now hand you over to my friend Larry. I've sent him a rubbish piece of Father Christmas-related tat to review.
And the Father Christmas reviewing item of tat in question is the Pro Driver Nodding Santa. Or, as it's written on the back, the Pro Driver Solar Nodding Santa. Solar-powered festive dashboard display. Isn't that fun, kiddies? But this indicates this is actually a car ornament, if you hadn't already figured that out by the name Pro Driver. But the phrase pro comes into question when you think how professional someone is to actually have this tacky shit stuck on their car in the first place. And what's with his hands? Was Santa the son of a freak show seal boy or something? But anyhow, I digress. We'll take the poor fellow out of the plastic container if he's been a bit stiff today. There you go, come on, out. Okay, you get the Father Christmas / Santa / annual gift man. Let's put him in the middle of the screen. There you go, sir. And you also get a nice sticker to ruin your dashboard with when you stick him on there. And come summertime, he's going to be an absolute nightmare to get off. But there you go. I actually thought Stuart actually sent me this as a joke. It's like the Christmas variation of that solar-powered flashlight prank. I mean, why would you have solar power on a festive item that's celebrated in the darkest season of the year? But this solar panel is so power hungry that you literally need to stick this thing on the surface of the sun to actually get it to even flinch. And considering this is a winter item, unless you're constantly flicking the little sod constantly, you've got a 100p statue. But I guess we'd better try something to get it to even move then. Now, to demonstrate to you this thing actually moving in the first place, let alone how much power this solar panel actually requires for it to move the minimum amount of effort, I've actually had to hunt down a 100 watt natural sunlight bulb to actually get it to do anything. So, for your perusal benefit, huzzah! And if you are wondering what he looks like under natural sunlight conditions, rather than my kitchen lights, he looks like this. Oh, fantastic! Now, instead of Santa dancing like an epileptic in a disco, he now looks like he's got Parkinson's disease. So in conclusion, if you like dangerously distracting idols of modern seasonal capitalism adorning your vehicle's dashboard, yet still want to keep your carbon footprint as low as possible, then the Pro Driver Solar Nodding Santa is definitely your seasonal car ornament of choice. Now let's all see if Santa really can fly.
Right, cheers, mate. Right, I'm going back to bed. Ooh, feel a lot better today, so time to crack on with day 8 of the Christmas Spectacular. And today we have a make-your-own mini crackers kit. Capable of making 6, apparently. And now I'm going to have to briefly explain to the American audience what Christmas crackers are, because they don't have them over there, apparently. Basically, they're a cardboard tube with sort of posh ends. Somebody grabs hold of one end, somebody else grabs hold of the other. You pull it apart, it goes crack with a little gunpowdery thing inside, hence the name, and the contents fall out. The contents are invariably a crappy paper hat, often in the shape of a crown, some piece of tatty toy rubbish, like a little plastic false moustache, or a mood-predicting fish, or some such nonsense, and a really unfunny joke written on a small piece of paper. So basically they're kind of a Christmas equivalent of my videos. They're long, pointless, full of tat and unfunny jokes. Anyway, let's get back to the device in hand. For just £1, you can waste your time making your own mini crackers and colouring them with crayons, because that will look really great, won't it? Oh yeah, instructions on the back. Just add your own gifts. Oh, thanks. So it's a incomplete kit. That's the best kind, isn't it? Just add your own gifts, make the cracks from the rail, the flat cracker and the cylinder, insert the tube, blah, blah, blah. Tie one end of the cracker with the ribbon provided. Place the hat, motto, and personally selected gift. Yeah, putting personally selected in front to make it sound cute isn't any good. We still know you're not supplying him, you tight-fisted monkeys. Close the open end using the ribbon. Right, contains 6 crackers, 6 snaps, 6 hats, 6 jokes, curling ribbons. Sounds like something they'd use in hairdressers. Bag of assorted sequins and gems. Ooh, never have too many of those. Stickers, and 4 colouring pencils. Colouring pencils being quite obviously crayons. Anyway, alright, let's see what's inside. I think we've already got a pretty good idea. Yeah, there we are. So you would squeeze these together, or use the ribbons to hold them more properly. And there we are. That's a bit cracker shaped, except I've broken it slightly. I'm sure once it's coloured in with crayon, it'll look as good as a really expensive one. Also, I'm fucking insane. Right, what have we got then? Stickers, they need to be coloured in as well, pure quality. Crayons, which is a strange assortment of colours, considering you're supposed to be colouring Christmas crackers. Orange, yellow, green, and black. Wouldn't red have been useful? You know, call me Mr. Traditional. Crappy paper hats, terrible jokes. What lies in a pram and wobbles? A jelly baby. I wish you all dead. And yeah, gold ribbon stuff. Lovely. What lies in the bottom here? Oh, of course, the rest of the crackers. That is quite important. Oh, and the snaps. And the snaps say Sky Horse on them, which is somewhat bizarre. Is that because they're made by a fireworks factory? Does Sky Horse sound fireworksy? I don't know. Anyway, having a look at this. Seems to me that old Father Christmas there appears to be slowly turning into a Christmas tree. What's the deal behind that? What do you want on these ones? Christmas tree or Father Christmas? I know, do both. Alright, mad Uncle Scientist. Yeah, thanks for that. Right, go on, let's have a quick look at the hat and some of the jokes then, and deeply regret it for the rest of our lives, which will be cut short by the agony that will doubtless ensue from them. Hat. I want hats. Try not to spill sequins everywhere. Ooh, the horrible pink hat. That's the one you always end up with if you're unlucky. Green. Excuse me if I don't model this, but, you know, I can't help feeling that proper royalty don't tend to wear these things. And you know what? Neither am I. Right. Go for the jokes. I'm regretting this already. Ready, steady, unfunny. Why did the cow wear a bell? Because her horn did not work. Crikey. Where do snowmen go to dance? To a snowball. Why did the tomato blush? Because it saw the salad dressing. How do you hire a horse? Stick it on 4 bricks. Crikey. What do ghosts eat? Oh, crying out loud. Deep breaths. Must reserve and resist urge to murder. Right. Time for a sudden loud noise to snap me out of it. Let's see how earth-shattering these are. Oh, I want them with Sky Horse written on. Ah, there we are. Right, hold on to your headphones. 3, 2, 1. Wow, that was quite impressive actually. Really loud snap. Oh, I feel a bit bad for laughing at the rest of it now. Then I remember the jokes, and suddenly I don't feel so bad. Oh well, I suppose I'd better get round to actually making some of these things look simple enough. Ram them all together, decorate with the crayons, and yeah. Alright, I'll see you in 15 minutes when I've assembled them. What could possibly go wrong? Tell you what, shall we pull all 5 of the remaining snaps at once? Ooh, I wonder what happens. Probably Big Bang. I'm wearing protective gloves anyway. 3, 2, 1. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, my ears are ringing now. Blimey. And it smells of explosions in here. Must be time for a The Spirit of Christmas festive figure. As it says on the back, this is a decorative item, not a toy. Well, frankly, I think you're pushing out a decorative item, but I think the reason it says it's not a toy is because it's made out of pieces of sharp metal. Let's pop him up there. There we are. It's jolly old Saint Nico Claus. He's not looking very well. I think he's been a bit ill, judging by the weight he's lost and the neck he's grown. Well, let's start at the top, shall we? We've got Father Christmas's decapitated head that's basically been stuck on some weird Art Deco statue of some type by a horrific murderer. In his hand, he has what could be a starfish, or actually looks more like a gingerbread man with a face on its stomach. A bit like Horace out of the old ZX Spectrum games. A weird sort of ball thing for the stomach. Horrifying dance move about to fall over what's wrong with this creature stance. And possibly the ultimate stupidity. Huge cuffs sticking off that just look like things where something should be stuck to them, so every single one in the shop looked incomplete. And if that's not good enough, they've decided to spray on some fake snow on the top, you see, for that festive effect. But A, it's the colour of bloody sawdust, and B, it just looks like he's got really bad dandruff. Time for some more Christmas decorations made out of scrap metal. Yeah, that's always nice, isn't it? Blimey. Don't know if you can see at home. I actually didn't realise I've burnt the gloves pulling all those snaps. Crikey, explosive tat. It's the best kind. Anyway, back to today, where we're looking at offcuts of metal that some idiots have banged roughly into the shape of Christmas decorations and then decorated very poorly. First up, character candle holder. Or exciting conical penguin that appears to have been painted in Tipex by an idiot. Who in their right mind is going to want this in their house? Not only can you catch your finger on it and make it bleed, but it's just like a zero effort, really ugly bit of metal. It looks like it's holding out a begging bowl. It's in fact one of those holes for putting stupid tea lights in, like this. Ready? There. If I was to light that, it would be the most Christmassy thing ever. But I think instead of lighting our conical friend, I'm going to slap him hard to the left. Oh, I feel so much better now. But fear not, because there's something even worse. Yeah, because what these stupid things needed was springs, wasn't it? Well done, designers. This one, possibly even shoddier than the last, bears only a slight resemblance to a penguin. Appears to have a squashed carrot in its face, weird little eyes, flippers put on afterwards as a very bad afterthought, and stupid, conical, badly painted feet. This is apparently a bouncing character. Yeah, because everyone's going to spend hours going, "Oh, look at the fun I'm having. Ugh, the shards have pierced my flesh, mother." I don't know, there's something very, very zero effort about these things. It's like, I don't know, an airplane fell down in somebody's back garden. It's like, what are we going to do with all this metal? I know, Christmas ornaments. Yeah, thanks, lads. And thanks for painting it with dubious paint that's probably poisonous or something. In fact, isn't there a fairly high risk of tetanus from these things anyway? Not only do they look bad, but they can make you ill. These things are less ornaments and more a sort of tetanus distribution system. Ah, Christmas Eve, and time for a special and beautiful friend to join us. And that special and beautiful friend does not exist, so here instead is the Angel Tree Topper from Poundland. Yeah, just give you a second to breathe in the loveliness from that. Basically, it's sort of a semi-translucent bit of crap with a ridiculous cushion for a head, two horrifying beady eyes, some misplaced cheek coloration, a bit of tinsel stuck on its lurid bonce, a couple of bits of bent wire for wings, a crown made out of, I wouldn't even like to guess what that is. Probably something they found in a meteorite and hadn't poisoned them quickly enough to stop them taking it to the factory. And yes, this is honestly not something I've made up for a joke. This is sold as an Angel Tree Topper. The very best bit, of course, is that it is inexplicably holding a piece of jangly wire above its head. And I think I know why that is. Because at night time, when you're all in bed, it comes to life, and it slowly glides across the living room, grabs the other toys from behind with its wire and garrots them, then feasts on their flesh. Sleep well, children. Ah, it's Christmas Day and you've chosen to take a break from arguing with the relatives to watch me play about with some tat. Can't say I blame you. Well, actually I do. I blame you deeply. But don't worry about that. Let's just watch this video. And it's a good one today, for I've saved what I'm hoping to God will be the best for last. It's £1 Christmas Cracker Showdown! Dun, 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 dun. £1 buys you these 6 jolly crackers from Poundland, or 99p stores, they had the same ones. Each cracker contains snap, joke, hat and novelty gifts. I'm not going to show you the back because that will show you the gifts in advance, which will ruin the surprise later. But also, from supermarket giant Tesco, we have Tesco Value. Oh, crikey. Tesco Value won't fit in the bloody frame. Tesco Value 10 crackers, each containing hat, snap, motto and gift. Which was the best? Well, you get 10 of those and 6 of those. So, are the numbers always going to be the best thing? Probably not, because a quick look at the design shows us that the Poundland ones are very pretty gold inlaid things, and these are so utilitarian they could have been produced in Nazi Germany as part of the war effort. Also, there isn't even a bit of plastic in front of them. Look, it's just cellophane. Anyway, let's take them apart and pitch them head to head in Battle of the Crackers. Doom, 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 doom. Okay then. Yes, Poundland 99p store ones, very pretty and quite large. Smaller and astonishingly ugly are the Tesco ones. Anyway, let's pull the Tesco one first, because it's currently closer to my hands. Merry Christmas, everyone. Rubbish snap. It was quieter than the bloody cardboard tearing. What do we get inside? Oh yes, straight away, with the false moustache. Oh man, you American viewers may not know the joys of the false moustache, and probably never will because the camera refuses to focus on it. But, well, it's a plastic moustache that grips onto your nose and really, really hurts. I don't know why, it's traditional in British crackers. Here's what it looks like being worn. Hilarious. Right, what else have we got inside? Crappy red paper hat. Oh man, this is made out of thinner stuff than toilet paper. Also, I think you've got to have a head smaller than a pea in order for it to fit on top. I'm going to try putting that on. It is ripped. Thanks for that. And, oh, go on, we've got to suffer the joke now, haven't we? Ooh, pretty ones though. And they're numbered. Look, this is number 40. Collect the whole set and lose all your friends. Which players can't you trust in an orchestra? Answer: the fiddlers. And which part of my camera can't you trust? The autofocus. Anyway, let's go on to the far nicer looking Poundland ones. But will they be better inside? Perhaps this will contain a full Porsche Carrera that I can drive around in and go, whee! Somehow I doubt it. Ready for the snap? Snap didn't go snap. Oh, it's made by Skyhorse, though. The ones from the build your own crackers kit thing I did. Oh well, let's do it separately. Bang. Right, hat is much larger and nicer, made of better paper. Can I put this one on my head without it ripping? Yes! Fantastic. Here's the joke. Ooh, not nearly as pretty though, look. How do you hire a horse? Stand it. Oh my god, they actually made it using parts out of their own kit. Unbelievable. And, oh, I'll just drop the thing. Where's the thing gone? I couldn't tell what it was. Oh, here we are. It is a small toy spinning top, look, made of translucent plastic. How utterly delightful. And the very best part of it is the middle bit doesn't actually appear to be straight, so it probably doesn't spin very well. No, it doesn't. It hardly works at all. That was exciting. Right, in order to do this scientifically, or at the very least pseudo-scientifically, you know, like all that stuff you see on the telly, let's squeak this to one side and then see exactly what you get in all the crackers. Doon, 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 doon. Okay, I've fixed the focus to a point about here so we can have a good look at these tiny little bits of rubbish that came inside the crackers. So far, Poundland crackers are miles ahead. They look better, they work better, and the hats are far better. But now we're looking at the only bit anyone really cares about, the little toys inside, because they're the only bit that lasts beyond Christmas. Well, other than the hangover and the sickness. Right, let's go with Tesco first. They've covered many of the classic cracker options, shall we say. We started off with the moustache, and now we're straight into small comb territory. Yeah! The sort of comb you would never put in your hair because they're exceedingly sharp, bizarrely, and would probably just tear lumps of flesh off your scalp. And from there we're on to the classic car that's really thin, and I don't know what this is. I've seen this in crackers 100 times, and it just befuddles me on each occasion it appears. The Flippy Frog! Yay! Push down the little tab on his bum and he springs up in the air. Well, in general, not this one, because it don't work. Into the keyring territory, we've got this. It's supposed to be a dog of some type. It looks like a weird cross between a standard poodle and an Airedale. I don't know. As I don't know really where they were going with this. After consulting with various scholars, we've worked out that it's probably supposed to be a candle in a lantern and not some weird religious icon we're not aware of. And they've got their own version of the spinning top. Hooray! Except it isn't translucent, but it does work, so bonus points to Tesco there. Slightly less standardly, we now have the absolutely fantastic cherub with a ukulele. Squeal, piggy, squeal. Yes, I don't know why he's only got one leg. Oh, there is another one, look. Just a hint of it behind. Looks like he's going to fall over, though. Too much moonshine, probably. Another Christmas classic. The hilarious bent nail trick. Wait for it. Ooh, this is so hilarious. Oh no, I have a blunt plastic nail through my finger. And yet, not really. It was merely a humorous festive jape. Oh, kill me now. And also, an even cheaper version of the classic false fingernail. I've got no idea why these appear in crackers. This one is obviously far too small to actually go on any human finger I'm aware of. Possibly they just want to give it to small children so they accidentally swallow it. Anyway, that's Tesco's. Poor showing, but a high traditional value, so make of that what you will, because I can't be bothered. And incredibly, from Poundland, things seem to be slightly worse. First up, slightly scary Triceratops skeleton where the head's too big. Don't know what all that's about. Seems sort of strange to me. Also hasn't come off the sprue properly. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, that looks slightly better. But yeah, I don't know. It's specifically designed to put kids off archaeology or something. Then you've got, save that one for later, you'll see why. We've got a toy aeroplane with wheels. That's just so poorly rendered it makes me want to vomit blood. But don't fear, because we can get the army to shoot it down with their M60. Yeah, dacca. Oh dear. I can't see him getting on with the ones from Toy Story somehow. I just laugh him out of the house. Now, the rest of the pieces are all made out of a soft, squishy rubber, which is quite cool. And bizarrely, 3 of them came in the same cracker. So somebody would have been a very lucky boy this Christmas if I hadn't have taken it off them. Right. We have red, squishy seahorse. Novelty keyring thing. Squish, squish, squish. Seahorse, red. You get the picture. Then there's a pink one. Presumably his sister. Then, oh look how sweet this is. It's a little rubber swan. I was going to call it a duck for a second, but I'm pretty sure that's a swan. Oh, it looks like something that fell out of somebody's nose, but we appreciate it anyway. And finally, we have what I think was supposed to be a fish, but doesn't appear to have come out of the mould very well, shall we say. Yeah, it's some sort of mutant thing from a horror film. Marvellous, thanks for that, lads. So, in conclusion, don't buy any of these, they're all rubbish. Can't believe I recorded 12 videos and still didn't get any Christmas presents. What a bloody con. That's the last time I strictly adhered to instructions left by a mysterious entity who was broken into my house.
Oh, I'm afraid that letter wasn't left by Father Christmas.
Oh, what? It was a silver skull all along. I was hoping for Nosy Bonk.
What the hell are you talking about? Ah, who cares, for I have come to watch you die.
Really? I didn't know I was ill.
Oh, I'm afraid you're very ill. Each of the 12 items I left for you was coated in one part of a contact poison formula. On their own, the items are harmless. But if you handle all 12, then you will suffer an agonizing death.
So?
What do you mean, so? You handled all 12 and will be dead in a few minutes.
Actually, I wore rubber gloves during all the reviews.
What?
Yeah, you know, rubber gloves. Gloves that are made of rubber.
Really?
Yes, really. I became suspicious when I remembered that Father Christmas doesn't actually exist.
Ah, shit. I'll be going then.
Hang on! Why are you trying to kill me? You can't still be angry after the Halloween special.
Yes, I can. You activated the skull signal and denied me a murder.
Ah, bollocks, it can't just be that.
Yes, it can.
Are you jealous of my minor YouTube success or something?
No, absolutely not.
Oh yeah, I'll bet you are. I'll bet you've got a really rubbish channel that nobody ever watches.
Shut up! My improvised modern jazz keyboard solos would be a big hit if people just gave them a chance.
Oh, I knew it. Look, just piss off out of my house before I snap your fingers off, you reflective-faced turd.
All right, I'm going. But you have not seen the last of the Silver Skull.
Yeah, I wouldn't be so sure. I get bored of recurring characters very quickly. I spent £10 on that Chef Excellence puppet and I've only used it once. Okay, time to check the old TV tropes checklist. Yeah. No. Probably not, actually. Oh, definitely got that one today. And actually, Oscar Dog. Where's that Oscar Dog? There he is. Who's a good boy? Who's a good? Brilliant. Hello, it's an extra bit. Yes, this is something of a thank you for sitting through all the footage again in a mashed up format. It is a 13th item. Ooh, 13. Unlucky for some, namely you. Yes, the 13th item is something I saw in Poundland and was intrigued by, so I was. Magic snow powder. And then I realised it wasn't cocaine, but anyway, it's magic snow powder. Make artificial snow all year round. Ah, expands 100 times its original size. How intriguing. It is a weird abomination of science. Right, what do we do? Oh, it's in a test tube as well. More sciencey. See, I couldn't resist it. Right. Place a small amount of magic snow into a container bearing in mind that the magic snow will expand 100 times its original size. Add water to the container. To make a suitable amount, it's recommended that 1 teaspoon of magic snow should be mixed with approximately 60 millilitres of water. Watch the snow grow. That's a great instruction. Watch the snow grow. Pour the magic snow onto any dry surface. Magic snow will not melt. Magic snow will stay as long as it is dry. How do you get magic snow off the surface? If I was to put it on the sofa, it would get stuck in all cracks and things. That would not be good. Attention! Children's abilities vary within age groups. What? If you intend to allow your child... How do I say? Get an adult to help you. Blah, 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 blah. Read and follow safety information and keep the future reference. Not eat or drink in the activity area. Why, is it massively poisonous? I do hope so. Do not allow material to come in contact with eyes. Do not place magic snow in mouth. If accidentally swallowed, seek medical advice immediately. Cool. Could you, like, down 2 test tubes full of this and then explode in a violent shower of white dust? That would be excellent. And probably quite painful and messy. Anyway, more to the point, let's open her up. And I imagine... oh, great. There's like a sort of fake test tube within a test tube. How do we get it out? Oh, it's in a weird bubble. Don't like it. Ah, here we go. No. Right, how does that actually come out? Right. They're going to have to cut it out, I think. Fortunately, there's a pair of scissors here from wrapping up presents earlier. Ha 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 ha. We have the technology. And the fingernails. Blimey. I may as well have called this Fort Knox and got it over and done with. Right. I have, for our delectation, a transparent bowl so we can see the magic in action. Let's get some of the crap away from the back. And, well, let's measure out some snow. I'm going to do 2 lots at once. It said 60 millilitres per teaspoon. I have 120 millilitres of water. I'm going to move this closer, actually. Oh, dear. I'm going to do 2 teaspoons from this measuring thing. Doesn't come out of the tube very easily. That is about 1. Plop. And that is about 2, nearly. Come on. There's people watching. Don't be silly. Right. I'll put that away in case it expands and destroys the universe or something. Still a lot of it left. And now we pour in the water and wait for Magico Expand. Ready, steady, expand. It's just turned into watery silt. Oh, hang on, something's happening now. Perhaps you're only supposed to do like 60 mils at a time or something. Oh yeah, something's happening. Look, it's all going white and weird. Ooh. This is quite exciting, this. I thought I'd done it wrong. I thought I'd like measured 4 times as much water as you needed or something at first. But no, it is doing its stuff and turning into white, powdery... oh no, it's not powder, it's just... ugh. Ooh, I don't know what it is. It's horrible. Ugh. Well, it looks a bit snowy. It's still very damp to the touch. Ooh, and slimy. Ooh, deeply unpleasant. It's like, I don't know, some sort of madman's dandruff. Scurfy. Well, there we are. Apparently that is magic snow. It's a bit slimier than I'd been led to believe, to say the least. Perhaps I did put in too much water. Who can say? Oh, shall we have another go with less water then? All right. Righto, I've chucked all that gunk in the bin, and we now have about 50 millilitres of water to 1 teaspoon. Are you ready? Are you steady? Why am I counting this in when it's going to be boring? Let's just do it. Right, expansion is occurring. Dun 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 dun. Yep, it's forming that sort of gel goo stuff. Now it's going all white. It's like the darkest form of sorcery. Come on. Again, it's still looking a bit sort of, well, gooey, for want of a better term. Well, actually, gooey is a fairly good term, I think, to describe this. And, yeah, still sort of very damp. It does dry a tiny bit over time, but not much. I don't really understand the bit in the instructions which says put it on a dry surface. It would surely just leave horrible damp marks. But there you go. I tell you what, it smells funny as well, actually. It smells of burning, bizarrely. Unless the house is on fire and I haven't noticed. No, house isn't on fire. Therefore, yeah, it's supposed to be like lovely fake dry snow. In fact, it's sort of gooey stuff that smells of burning. Marvellous. Well, at least it's interesting scientifically, I suppose. I've had more fun with things. I've had considerably less fun as well, I suppose. Well, there you go. I wish I hadn't put my hand in it now. Oh, and there's another little bonus extra for you. This year, we got a Lego Advent calendar, which is a lovely thing where you open the door each day and there's a tiny little Lego model each day for your enjoyment. And one of the Lego models for your enjoyment was this thoroughly bizarre thing, which, if the autofocus ever lets us see it, I can reveal to be Father Christmas wearing a black thong having a shower. And yes, this isn't some weird thing I've concocted, this was actually in the 2010 Lego City Advent calendar. Everybody who bought one now has a weird Father Christmas taking a shower with a hat on wearing a black thong. Merry Christmas, everybody!